All right, I think we have it sound and everything is okay. Let me check one more time. All right. Yeah, everything is working. Okay, so long time no see. I decided to live stream a game that I'm playing recently, uh, like constantly, because I got hooked to this game. This is a racing game called Heat Pedal to the Metal. Now let me get rid of the music. Bam. So what I'm gonna do right now live is play a solo championship. I'm gonna probably stream this multiple times. This will be our first race. I also got a pretty cool new mic. My sister got me from for the new year. I think it's my sound from now on at least gonna be improved at least 100%. Before it was just the sound from the standard headphones and stuff like that. Okay, so I will explain what I'm doing. It's not a teaching session, but you will probably know how the game works just by watching me, playing it. So what we have here is the components that I need for the championship. I'm using Tabletop Simulator, of course. I don't have this game. I would wish to buy it if it ever came to my place, and that's gonna be like just take my money, because I would really like to play this game with my family, because it is a really good racing game. Alright, so what we have here, I have my dashboard here of my car. I have my starting deck here. On the dashboard there is like a space where you're placing your deck. This is like my engine, where there will be some heat, name of the game. And the discard pile. You also have a little gear here shifting from 1 to 4, this little peg, and basic actions you do. It's all in the dashboard. So my standard deck here consists of 12 cards. There are numbered cards with this icon here, which means these are the speed cards. You use these cards to move on the track. And there are like 3 1s, 3 2s, 3 3s, and 3 4s. That's your starting deck without any heat or stress. You'll see that when we add that. Or I'm also going to build some engine here. I'm going to build my car. There'll be some upgrade cars that's going to go into this deck. This here is used for the legends. Those are basically boats for the game. And I'm gonna play against, as you can see here, it's gonna be me, white against other 5 boats. So it's gonna be 6 cards in play. And besides that, this is the little board for your championship system. There is a rule how you're gonna build this. We have these basic upgrade cards here. They tell you to take all of them or mix with these advanced. Or you can mix and match. So I'm going to probably take half and half. We'll see. And build a deck there. And these are sponsorship cards which you get at the beginning of every championship race. There are also some championship events. And you can play year by year. But I actually shuffle everything up. So it's going to be, all years from 1961 to 1963. And these are tracks. So it'll be random. We also have a weather, which I'm gonna use, and we'll see how that works when I set up. I keep these paid PDF with the rules close by, because if I mess up something, I can always check the PDF, or if I don't know how something works, because I'm kind of new to the championship. I did play lots of solo games like one shots, and I play lots of multiplayer, but never championship. Alright, so let's see what we need to do first when we're playing championship. So choose a card. That's already done. Place a championship score sheet nearby. Okay. Alright, shuffle the sponsorship cards into the deck. Okay, so let's prepare our decks first. I need to do that. So what I'm gonna do, there are like 34 basic upgrades and 62 advanced upgrades. So I'm thinking I'm gonna take 30 from one deck and 30 from other deck and just mix it into one deck. So let's do that. Shuffle all of this. I'm gonna remove 4 from these. And I need to cut this to 30. Alright, cut. So I will not use these cards. They're out of the game, so I'm gonna push them somewhere out of the table. I'm gonna mix these together. Alright, so the next step is prepare the upgrade deck. I did that. Shuffle the weather tokens. Okay, so we're preparing the weather. Oh wait, but okay. Put the heat and stress. Okay, I've done everything. So before each race, find the event card for your race and put it face up, and then draw randomly, take down the step. Okay. All right. So basically our event's gonna tell us what we need to do. So let me shuffle this. Draw 1. New safety regulations. So that's our event for this race. All drivers start the race with 2 heat cards and 1 stress card less than usual. The size of the hand is reduced to 6. Okay, so this will be active through this race. And then we look these little icons on the right. So first thing we do is build our cars, get the upgrades. So there is a drafting involved, and basically each race you're going to get 1 card. And this is how it works. I'm going to use a dice for the... Basically they tell you don't look at the boards, you just draft for yourself. But I have a system here which I do with the die. What I do is you draw cards is number of players plus 3. So in this case 6 of us plus 3 is going to be 9. Alright. And then we spread those cards. And if you're playing with multiple players, whoever is on the last position gonna take the first card. So what I need to check out is which positions we're gonna take on the track. Oh, by the way, the track we're gonna drive is France, so not this one. Let me find France. Oh, this one. Okay. We will get 1 sponsorship card each. Okay. So basically I'm just gonna shuffle this and I will get sponsorship card which goes directly into my hand. So this like special thing I can do only once per game, because once I play this it's out of the game. So I can actually keep it to the second race on the after this one if I don't use it. This one basically just give me 4 speed. I can cool down cooling down, you remove heat and then it's gone. This last icon with the X, it's like whenever you see a little exclamation mark, that's like mandatory action, you have to do it. It's gone out of the game. All right, I start this in my hand, and this is where it tells you how many sponsorship cards you're gonna get. We're also gonna have how it's called, paparazzis, or you know, these guys, photo reporters. I need to place them on the corner. Well, because it's France, let me find the France card. Great Britain, France, here it is. This is the track we are playing, and you can see it says a little like a image of how it's called, photo apparatus. That's my language. I cannot remember the English name right now. It goes to the D. So D in this case will be corner, on this corner here. So paparazzi is going to stand there and they're going to look what we are doing. How is this working is basically, if you do something magnificent on this stretch, basically passing this corner, and magnificent meaning you do a really good slipstream, and or you exceed the speed of the corner by 2 or more, you're gonna get a sponsorship card. Now I need to check how much you get if you slipstreaming. Let me just check. So cross the corner line thanks to your slipstream move. So if I cross the corner using slipstream, speed is irrelevant, or if I exceed the speed limit of the press corner, potentially modified by road condition token by 2 or more. And then I get a sponsorship card. Alright. And those sponsorship card goes directly into your hand. And of course, they're gonna be shuffled through your deck if you don't use them, so you can keep, as I said, you can keep them later for the next race. Let me just check something also. Okay. Build your car, sponsorship, press corner, set the weather. Okay, but to build my car, I first need to know where little cars are standing. So what I do, I'm gonna take a little bag I used for randomizing everything. I'm gonna take all the car, put it in the bag, and you just shuffle. So the first race, it's random, and from then on, it really depends on the points you get. So whoever has the highest points is gonna be first place and second and so on. If you are tied, then you check what was your finishing place on the race before that. So let me see. Let me shuffle that a bit. And this is where we place little cards. You have positions from 1 to 8. It's going to be 6 of us. So let's see. Position number 1, yellow. Number 2, red. Number 3, blue. Damn, where am I? I'm white. And number 4, here I am. Number 4. Number 5, green. And number 6, black. All right. So based on this position, now we're gonna draft cards from this little shop for these upgrades. And it goes like this. Whoever is in the last position takes the first card, and you go all the way to the front. And then in the end, whoever was in the last position can choose to exchange the card he took. Oh, actually, sorry, that's not true. When you're drafting, you go from the first to the last position, and then the guy who taking... did I mess that up? Let me check once more time. Draft one card per player. Okay, +3 extra. Players pick a card from this market, starting with the player who is in last. Yeah, I explained the first time correctly. Yeah. So the last guy taking the first card, and when the first guy takes the last card, the last guy can choose to replace the card he took at the beginning if he doesn't like it. So in this case, black, but this is how I do it. Oh, we have 9 cards. Maybe I should use a D10. Yeah. Let's use a D10. Dice. D10. So if I roll a 10, I'm just gonna discard. I might use a D6 also when the cards get lower than 10. So the black racer is taking the card number 1. So I'm gonna go from left to right. So he like took that one. Then it's green. Card number 8. This one. So it's gone. Then comes to me. All right. What do I want here? Oof, 3 speed, but I take 1 hit. Discard 2 cards. And I can increase the corner level by 2. Ooh, this is not bad. Okay. Gas pedal, just give me 1 more movement, and I can play this directly from my hand. So that's like if I choose to go 1 more. No, I don't know about that one. 4-wheel drive, give me option to like those stress cards that boost. You'll see how that works. So I can draw 1 more card, and this is not bad. Cool off and put more cards in play. Body, okay, moving 2. Remove 1 stress, get 1 cooldown, and then discard 2 cards from the top of my deck into discard pile. Ooh, this body is not bad actually. Move 3 and remove 2 stress. Gas pedal. And 1 more body. Ooh, move 5, remove 1 stress. I think I'm gonna take this body. And then doesn't really matter what's the rest gonna take. all the cards that are not taken. I just shuffle back into the pile. So that's my upgrade card. Card goes into my deck. Now we can also check here. What is the here? How many heat and how many stress cards we need to take. But before I do that, there is also an event which tells us that all drivers start raids with 2 heat cards and 1 stress card less than usual. So in this case should be 6, but it's gonna go to 4. It should be 3, but it's gonna go how much? So one less 2. But I need to check that because there is also weather. Because weather can actually change that. Right now it's 4 and 2. But let's draw a weather card and know for sure what it's going to be. Because weather can change that a bit. Bam! Alright. So what the weather changes is 3 of these 4 cards going to go directly into my deck. We have a light rain and I'm going to explain what this means. Alright, let's take our heat cards. So in this case, I take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of 6. But one of those 4, because of the weather, goes directly into my deck. Okay. And then stress also goes directly into your deck. But because of this event, I only have 2 stress. And that is my deck. This sponsorship card stays in your hand. And I'm gonna shuffle these. And then you start with 7 cards. So I'm gonna draw 6 in this case. You always have 7 cards in your hand. That's your hand limit. You cannot go more than 7, I think, unless there is some cards that break that. Oh, actually, not 7, 6. Here's one thing that's gonna break the game rules. Basically, this event, the size of the hand is reduced to 6. All right. But before I draw my hand, let me put all other weather stuff. So we have these weather tokens and they need to be placed, all of them. I'm going to use the bag, randomized. You take all 12 of them, you shuffle them so you don't know which you're going to take, and you place each of them on the corner of each corner of this track. So let's start from beginning. So the first corner is here, second corner, third. And by the way, if you're thinking how many corners this track has, you can see here. We're gonna race 2 laps. This track has 60 spaces and we have 5 corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we flip them. I usually do it like if you're racing this way, I go like clockwise and flip them one by one and apply them one by one. All right, so if you ever flip one of these that has little arrows, this means it applies to the next stretch. So it goes here. Let's see this one. All right, that stays there. This one, okay, that applies to the next stretch. So here. All right. This one here, okay, stays there, and this one, okay. So let me explain what these corners means. Right now you don't know how they still work, but when I begin explaining how you're moving through the corners, you're gonna understand. So this icon here applies to the whole stretch. So from this corner to this corner, this whole stretch of the track. This means when I'm boosting, using my boosting action, I do not take heat. Normally when you boost, you have to take a heat card. So free boosting here. This corner here is 2 plus 1. So it's actually corner of level 3. On this stretch here, this is connected to this icon on the weather card. So as you can see, it says additional cooldown. So from here to here, besides this default cooldown I have by some action, I have additional 1. So good stretch to cool down, but actually not that, because you probably, we'll see, you probably want to go as fast as possible here. On this corner here, if you pass the corner with too much speed, you get additional heat. And this corner here is actually -1, so this is a 3. Alright, so that's our weather. for now. And we are almost ready. I'm gonna draw my 5 cards of 6. This is my starting hand with already some heat and some stress. And we can begin. Alright, so how the game works is quite simple. In solo mode or multiplayer, there are 2 actions that everybody do simultaneously at the beginning of each turn. And then there are reactions that you can choose to do so or not, depending where you're standing on the track. And lastly, you discard all the cards you play and draw a new hand of 7. In this case, hand of 6, because we have that event. Let me remove these because I'm gonna play my cards on here. But before we do that, let me explain some basic things about racing on the track. So what's important on the track, we have these numbers that tell us how much we are far away from the next corner. So from this space to the corner, there are exactly 12 spaces. Each space is split into 2 spots. And we have this race line, this thick white line going around the track, and sometimes changing places, like going from here then changes to here and so on. It's very important because when you're moving your car, you have to move your car closest to that thick line, racing line, and whoever is closest to the racing line is in front. So this means yellow is in front, red. So when they occupy the same space, that's how you know who's in front. You can move through cars, so it is possible to move through cars. They do not block you. You cannot stand on a car. So like for instance, if you need to stand on a car, instead you go 1 space backward to the first space open up for you. Of course, if it's closest to the race line, you go there. And that's how you move. This is the finish line. I need to put this, we are in lap 1. I'm gonna place it here on this leg. Once we go second time through when we get into the lap 2 and pass the finish line, whoever is farthest off from the finish line will be the first place. You actually see here the first place is 9 points, second place 6, first place is 3, and basically that's how we get points in the championship. Give me a second, I need to do something quickly. Number 2. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. So, let's start playing. I'm going to explain as I play. So, first action we can do is shift. And basically, depending where I shift my gear, that's how many cards I have to play. I cannot play, if I shift in the second gear, I must play exactly 2 cards. No more nor less. When I'm shifting once up or down, everything is fine, but when I shift twice in a row, then I take some heat. You can see on this little icon here. Okay. So whenever you're taking a heat, your heat is in your engine, but when you're taking heat, you place it in your discard pile. Eventually it will be shuffled into your deck when you have to draw back to 6. And then it's going to go to your hand. Heat cards cannot be discarded from your hand, cannot be played from your hand. Stress cards also can be played but cannot be discarded. So when you finish all the things you want to do, you usually discard some cards that you don't want to use. Well, you can't do it with the heat and stress. But there is actually action that allows to do that, and this is the cooldown. But you have to be either in the first or in the second gear, as you can see. Also, there is one more action that gives you additional cooldown, but we're going to talk that when we came to that. Anyway, I'm in the first gear, and I'm on the 4th place, which means 3 boats gonna activate before me. So let's activate boats, and then it's gonna be my time. Actually, I don't have to wait for them. I kind of play my cards immediately and then we activate all of them. So let me think. They probably gonna go as far as they can go, so there is no reason for me to be on the oh, maybe there is. So I want to also go the fast as I can. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna shift the third, which means taking a hit because I shift twice. I skipped like one space between. And I'm gonna play 3 cards. I'm gonna play a 4, a 3, and I'm gonna play Distress. All right. This is how much spaces I'm gonna move. The stress basically give me +1 more, but from the top of my hand. So I don't know how much more I'm gonna move. But let's flip it immediately. And what we're looking is the cards with these icons. If I draw anything else, it goes to my discard pile. So my full speed will be 8 this turn. Now let's activate boats and let's see where I'm going to actually end up, because boats going before me. So we have this deck for boats. We shuffle it, flip, and how it works. They're all colors of all boats, and these numbers on their little helmets are important, and these numbers on the yellow diamonds are also important. If the boat is, if the line is in front of him, he will try to go the full speed written on his helmet. But if that's gonna make him go more than how much spaces you have to the corner, he will actually go to the first number that is written on this yellow diamond. So in the case of yellow, he wants to go 10 spaces. He can do that because he's 12 spaces away. He will end up on 2. And these numbers are really cool, give you an idea of how much you need to move the cards without counting the spaces. All right, the next is red. He wants to go 19 and he's on 12, so that's exceeding like this corner. So instead of that, you check the little yellow number above. So he will go to space 3 and stop before the corner. Then we have blue. Want to go 11. Okay, he's on 13, so that's going to put him on 2. Bam, right with the yellow. And now it's my time, so I'm going only 8 spaces. That's going to put me here. All right, so after I move, I can do the rest of these actions, these reaction actions. So first thing first, if I'm last or second last place, I can use adrenaline, which gives me 1 more speed, so I would move 1 more space, and gives me ability to cool down 1 hit from my hand. But I am not actually last, right? These guys are last. And bots do not use all the actions here. They only do what the card tells them. After that, I can use this action which is called boosting. So when you boost, you can use icons from the card or from your gear. Like in this case, I would be able to cool down some heat, but I don't have those icons, as you can see, neither on the card, neither on, I'm in the gear number 3, so no cooldown there. But I can boost because I have a little icon, you can see besides the gear, gives me 1 icon of heat which I need to boost. How the boost works is you take 1 hit in your discard pile, and then you draw the top card from your deck and move that much spaces. So in this case, I'm really behind, so I really want to boost. Now, I'm 5 spaces away from the curve, and I know that in my deck, the cards that can push me forward are either 1, 2, 3, or 4. So I'm kind of safe, because you do not want to move with too much speed on the corner. I'm going to explain that once I finish my turn. So I'm going to boost. I'm going to take 1 hit by discard pile, and let's see how much spaces more I'm going to move. Oh, damn it. Well, this wasn't that much worth it. I only move 1 more space. Well, maybe it is. We'll see why. All right. After that, I finish that. I can do a slipstream move. So how the slipstream works is when you are behind a car, you can move 2 spaces forward, or when you besides a car, you can also move 2 spaces forward. In this case, I will slipstream, which will push me 1, 2, but I cannot go here, so I go right here with the red. All right, and then last thing you do, you discard all the cards that you have played. And any cards from your hand that you want to discard. In this case, I think I'm going to put my championship card. And I'm going to keep the 2 and draw back to 6. Normally you draw back to 7, but we have that event. It basically limits our hand to 6. All right, 4. So 4 more cards. And that ends my turn, basically. Now, before I continue moving the rest of the boards, let me explain about the curves. So, once you pass this thick line of the curve, and this is this action here, check the corner. So if I pass the curve with my speed cards, you check, did you exceed with your speed the number on the corner? If you did, you take that much heat in difference. So if let's say I use speed of 9 and I pass the corner of 5, I will take 4 heat cards into my discard pile. Right now I only have 1. So what happens if you cannot pay the difference? Now the heat by itself is really bad, but it's even bad if you want to pay a heat and you cannot. So I would discard all my heat to my discard pile, and then if I cannot discard anymore, like if I need to pay more, this happens. You spin out. Basically you spin out from a curve. You move to the first position behind this thick line on the curve where you spin out, first available position. So if there are some cards, could push you even more back. Depending on your shift, I was in a third, so I would take 2 more stress cards directly into my hand, and then I downshift all the way to 1, and then my turn. I cannot cool down on anything. It's just end of turn. So as you can see, you get a lot of heat. Well, I already have a lot of heat in my discard pile, and even more in my hand because of the weather card. So you don't want to spin out in the corners. You might push it sometimes when you have heat. So you want to cool down to use heat to push in the corners, but you don't also, it's kind of a balance game. Trying to, manage your heat in the engine and move as far as you can. All right, let's activate the rest of the board. So the next is green. He's gonna go 17, but he's 14 away. So instead he will go to 3. He cannot, so he moves here. And then black wanna go 15. He's on 14. That's gonna put him on 1. Ooh, let me check. 6, 7, 8, 10. Well, yeah, I just need to follow these numbers. Although, since I'm really bad at math, I might do this. Get a little calculator here also. I might need it later on some corners. All right, so that's our position after the first round. And then you do all the same again. So let me see. I'm gonna go through this corner. I also need to go through that corner and go as much as I can. Of course, not exceeding 5 because I only have 1 heat. And I have really low cards. And how much I am away from the corner? 3. So playing just 5. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna downshift to second gear. I'm gonna play 2 cards. 2 and a 3. So I will not, although I might exceed because I like to drive recklessly. So I'm gonna go 6. It's gonna cost me 1 hit, but you'll see I'm gonna also remove 1 hit, so it's gonna be balanced. All right, now let's activate again depending where we are. Black is going actually first, and this is how they activate when they pass the yellow line. So instead of going full speed like 10 spaces, you look the yellow number. For the black it's 0, and then add that to the corner number, and that's how much he's gonna go. So he's gonna go 5. The next is yellow. Gonna go 8. Wow. Then blue, gonna go 7. All right. Then red, gonna go also 7. And then it's me. So I'm going 6. Now let me do my other action. So here's some things to know. I can adrenaline because I'm second to last basically. But my adrenaline will give me, as you can see here, one more movement, +1, which will put me to 7 here. And then I would have to take 2 heat and then I would spin out. So these actions are optional. Except the corner. You always check the corner. So I will not adrenaline, but I can. So I can use the. I cannot use also the +1 heat cooldown. I will not boost because again, that's gonna all just push me even more because who knows what I'm gonna draw from the top of the deck. But I am in the second gear, so I can during this part remove 1 heat. And here's the thing with the adrenaline. I could actually use it right now because you bank this adrenaline. You can use it or not, your choice. And I have 2 heat to pay because I would go 7, so I would have to pay 2 heat. Then I will be without the heat. That would, well, that would not help me actually. Even if I adrenaline, I'm still gonna stay where I am. So I'm not gonna adrenaline because I cannot go here. It's gonna push me back. But I can slipstream. And slipstreaming doesn't add to your speed. Okay? So I'm still with speed 6 getting to corner of 5. So I will slipstream. 1, 2. Bam. And that's gonna be that. Last thing is checking the corner. I use a 6 and it's corner of 5, so I will take 1 heat. Discard my cards. Now his question is, do I want to keep these? So this corner is 3 because of this modifier, +1. And this modifier will also affect the boats. So, so I'm 3 away. And I do have some heats. I might exceed there with a 4. So I'm going to discard a 3. I don't need it by now. I need a 4 for that corner. And I'm going to draw back to 6 cards. Okay, some adrenaline. Here's my upgrade card. Now these upgrades are not like sponsorship cards. They're gonna stay with me to the end of the championship. So when I play them, they're now part of my deck. Basically, my cards getting upgrade from race to race. All right. So that was that. Now the rest. Green is behind, so he will move 0, which means 5. All right. Next turn. Starting with yellow, but I can play my cards before that. So I'm thinking to exceed this corner by 1. So that's a corner of 3. I might play a 4. So I'm going to stay in the second gear. And I'm going to play these 2. It's going to give me 4. Alright, now let's do the boats. So all these guys have passed a yellow line. So we're just looking for number plus the corner. But the green is actually going to try to go full speed, and then if he can, he will go up to the corner. So yellow is first. 1 plus 3, going to go 4. Bam. Then it's blue. Yeah, it's blue. He's going to go 3. Oh, he didn't pass the corner. And then it's me. I'm going 4. All right. Now let me do the rest of the actions. I can slipstream here. I cannot use adrenaline because I was in second last, but I don't want to use it anyway because, you know, I don't want to pay too much heat. no boosting, but I will slipstream. 1, 2. Slipstreaming is also optional, but I will do it. And then I check the corner. I went to 4. That's a 3. I take 1 heat. My last heat. Damn. No heat to cool down, and that's it. Now let me see what do I want to keep here. So I am 4 spaces away from the 4. Probably gonna play 4, but okay, let me discard this and keep these 3. And I'm gonna even this. No, I'm gonna draw 3 cards. 1. So now I need to draw more. When you need to do that, you reshuffle your deck and draw back to 6. Yeah, heat. Okay. All right, let's activate the rest of the boards. Black. Going 6. 5, 6. So he's catching up. Red. Going 4. And green wanna go full speed, which is 13. He cannot, so he will go to 1. Bam. Okay, next turn. Alright, so I'm thinking to end up here because I don't have heat. Well, I could actually cool down some heat and then use it to exceed that corner. I might actually do that. Oh boy. This is a big gamble. So I'm going first. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stay in second and I'm gonna play a 4 and a 1. Alright, so that's a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. No adrenaline, no boosting, no slipstreaming. I check that core. Oh wait, I can remove 1 heat during this boost stage. So I will remove 1. And then I check the corner. I do have a heat to play, so I'm gonna do that. That's it. Nice, it's very risky. Because sometimes if you want to do some actions, you like boosting, you have to pay the heat. If you cannot pay it, you cannot do that action. So I'm keeping all my cards and drawing back 3. Right. There's my sponsorship card, which I might use. I'm not so sure yet. We'll see. Alright, the next is yellow, and he already passed the yellow line. You can see the yellow line is actually here. Oh, I need to draw a card for that. So 0, so he will go only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he didn't pass. Let's see the black. Going 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it's blue. Going 6. Red going 4. And green going 5. Alright, they catching up. Alright, I'm still the first going next turn. And 11 spaces to get there. So I want to push it to the 3rd gear. So 11 spaces. Okay, I'm gonna push to the 3rd gear. I'm gonna play these 3, and I'm gonna play these 2 stress cards, hoping for big numbers. So this is a big, or let me think. If I draw 2 4s, that would be perfect. Maybe I should go 6 and hope for a 4. Yeah, let's do that. I'm keeping my sponsorship card maybe later on. I'm gonna use this card because it goes out of the game. So I want to use it in the right time when I need it the most. Usually when I pass the second when we pass we are still in the first lap, so when we pass here this will go in the second lap, so let's keep it for now. Okay, let's do it. 6 plus I think 2, so that's just 8. Damn it. That's gonna put me on 3 here. That's not good because yellow is behind the black is behind the line. He's gonna probably pass me. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I need to do the rest of the turn. So normally if I had any heat I would boost for more in this case, but I don't have any heat, so I cannot boost, so this is the end of my turn. No slipstreaming, no nothing. I'm gonna discard this and draw 4. Alright, let me draw a card and see what the board's gonna do. So black wants to go 18, he cannot, so he'll go to number 3. Oh, we are neck to neck, okay. Next is yellow, so 1 plus 4, 5. Blue, 2 plus 4, 6. Red, 2 plus 4, 6. And green, 1 plus 4, 5. Alright. And I come into the really bad curve. And the problem is I'm 3 away. So if I exceed, I take additional heat. I don't have any heat right now that I can use. So what I need to do is... Ooh, I think I'm gonna spin out. Alright, here we come into really bad situation for me. So I cannot downshift to 1 because I cannot pay heat for it. So I can only downshift to 2, which means I have to play 2 cards. And look at my hand. This exceeds. Everything exceeds except this card here. So this will be a big gamble. So I have to play this and one of the 2s, hoping this will be a 1. Or at least a 2. Now the good news, I will remove some heat. I will remove some heat from my hand and then pay out if I exceed by 1. But if I exceed by 2 and this is additional heat, I will spin out. So driving recklessly so far and using all my heat cards, which now right in my hand, so they clogging my hand, this is what happens. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. God help me. Oh, it's a 1. Alright, so I'm gonna stop right before the curve. Now there are paparazzis here. Normally if I slipstream or exceed they would give me sponsorship card, but I'm not gonna, it's not gonna happen right now. Anyway, black is next, so he passed the line, so it's gonna be 2 plus 3, he's gonna go 5. He passed me in this curve, of course. Then blue, going to the space number 1. Yellow going to the space number 2. Red going to the space number 0, so red is neck to neck with me. And green going to space 0. He cannot, so he goes to the first space available. Oh boy. Alright, so I missed my chance. Let's continue. So, oh wait, I forgot to do my rest of my turn. So I'm gonna discard these. I don't need the 4 nor 5 right now, so I'm gonna draw back to 4. Okay, I'm gonna downshift to 1. This is also in the discard. I'm gonna downshift to 1 and I'm gonna play. All right, so I'm in dilemma here, and this is my dilemma. I kind of want that sponsorship card, and rule says if you exceed speed by 2 or more. Oh, but speed, yeah. No, I cannot do it. No, let's play safe. Okay, well, maybe I will not. No, I will downshift. Yeah, I need to remove this heat. And I'm gonna play only 1 card. So let's continue, starting with the blacks because he's in front. He's gonna go 1 plus 3. This is a 3 because of that minus modifier. So 4. It's gonna push him there. I'm next. I'm going straight 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna boost or anything. I can though remove, you can see here, up to 3 heat, 3 cooldown. So let me remove this heat back to engine. Discard this. How much I'm away? I'm 5 to 3. All right, I'm gonna keep this hand. Draw 3 more. Right, red is 2 plus 3, 5. He passed me. Next is blue. 1 plus 3, 4. Neck to neck with me. Green is 3 plus 3, 6. Everybody passing me in this corner. Yellow is 2 plus 3, 5. So he cannot go there, so he go behind. Wow. Well, this will be interesting. Okay. Gonna definitely shift to second gear. And I need to go at least 5. So I can do that by playing one of the 2s and one of the 3s. Now let's do what will happen next. So going for black, going 0, so only 3. 1, 2, 3. He did pass the curve though, which is gonna be a problem. Green is next, so 1 plus 3, 4. He also passed. Damn. Red, 1 plus 3, 4. All right. Next is me. So I'm going 5. Okay. So I cannot adrenaline because I was the second to last. I can remove 1 heat though. And here's another example. So I will not boost. I can slipstream. Now, slipstream will push me over this edge. And even if it doesn't add to my speed is still 5 against a 3. So that's gonna mean 2 heat cards. And I do have 3 heat cards. And I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna slipstream here. So 1, 2. Then I'm gonna check the corner. That was a 5 against 3, so 2 heat goes here. I'm gonna discard these. So that's how you can pass a corner with slipstream, but still, you still have the same speed you were entering the corner, so you still get the heat. Okay. at least that's gonna put me in a good position. So I'm gonna discard the 1. I really need big numbers right now, and I'm gonna draw 4 more cards. Ooh, there's my championship card. Oof. All right, now blue will go 3 plus 3, 6. He wants to go here, he cannot. And same thing for the yellow. 2 plus 3, 5. It didn't pass. Alright, so now it comes to the stretch where we're gonna go to the finish line, and we're entering the second lap. Alright, I wanna play as much as possible cards. But I also wanna boost. So I'm gonna go to the third. And I'm gonna play this. And this for now. And then, since I'm in front, I'm activate first. So that's 11. Which is gonna put me on 12 here. Closer to the line. So I didn't pass the finish line, so I'm gonna boost. It's gonna cost me heat. Now let's see. I think we're just looking at this icon here. Nothing. At 3, okay, that's not bad. But that's also not that good. Push me to 9 for 1 heat. And then I'm gonna discard all of these. And let me see, I'm 9 spaces away. Remove these. Let's leave the 4 and draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3. I need one more card. Bam. Okay. Okay. There's my body card. Also can remove some stress if I don't have any in my hand. Alright, so first is black. So he's gonna go full speed, 13. And he's on 24. All the way to 11 here. Alright, he didn't pass me. Then green is gonna go 16. Oh fuck, he's gonna pass me. 8. Right in front of me. And then we have these guys. They are all past the yellow line, so just the number on the card plus 3. So let's see, red is just 3. And by the way, we're in the second lap. Blue is 2 plus 3, 5. Yellow is 3 plus 3, 6. Okay, they're coming around. Alright, so I'm 9 spaces away from a curve. So getting somewhere here would be cool. If I could play 9 would be really good. And I can do that. I will downshift to the second gear and play a 5 and a 4. Well, let's do that. But green is first and he didn't pass the line, so he will go full speed. He wants to go 19, he cannot, so he go all the way to 3 here. Then I go 9. Let's push me all the way in front of the curve. Then black wanna go full speed, but he goes only to the 2. Oh, by the way, I should finish my turn before I do anything else. Before I do both, so these need to be activated. Let me do this. So I'm not boosting for sure. There is no slipstreaming when I was on that position. I can remove 1 hit though. I'm gonna discard these. And let's see. I might exceed here by 6. gonna discard this and draw 4. Some stress. Alright. Anyway, yellow is behind the line, so he's gonna go full speed. 14. He's on 19. That's gonna put him on 5. Blue is 13 and he's on 20. That's gonna put him on 7. And red is 18 and he's on 22. That's gonna put him to 4. Wow, red is really pushing it right now. But I managed to get on front somehow. So now I just need to play smart and keep my position as much as possible. So I need to enter here with the 5. There is a free boosting here, so I can do something like play a 4 and then maybe boost. Yeah, that could be. So I'm gonna stay in the second here. Oh. Okay, let me think about this. So as long as I don't exceed the 5, I'm fine. I mean, I can exceed by 1. Okay. I can play 4, but if I draw another 4, I'm dead. No, I'm not gonna boost. I'm gonna play safe here. I will exceed by 1 though. So I will play, or should I? Okay, let me shift to the 3rd gear. This could be crazy, but we'll see. Play these 3 cards. That's gonna be straight 5 for now. Let's go slow. All right. So 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna put me there. All right. Now let's see what the rest of the board. Oh, actually, let me finish my turn. I'm not gonna boost. I don't want an extra heat. I'm gonna keep. No, I'm not gonna keep these ones. I need a bit lower cards, and you cannot discard these. So 5 more cards. If there's some heat there, okay, I can remove it. Ooh, some stress and heat now. Now the thing is getting interesting. Some stress and heat. All right. So when you need to activate both again, you just reshuffle this deck and continue drawing. So black is first. He's gonna go 2 plus 5, 7. So he's neck to neck with me. Green, same thing. 7. Red, 6. Yellow, 0, so just 5. Didn't pass the curve. And blue, 3 plus 5, 8. Alright. Yellow is left behind right now. I'm first to activate again. And I'm 3 spaces away from a curve number 4. So the smart thing would be playing a 4. I'm gonna downshift to the 2nd gear and I'm gonna do some risking. Now it's not a big risk, but I do hope for a 2, 3 or a 4. Yeah, I'm hoping for a 2, 3 or a 4. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is pretty good. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I did exceed, and this is a 3. So I did exceed by 2, but I will be able to pay it because I can remove 1 hit from my hand. And then when I came to here to pay for that heat, I can. It's gonna cost me 2 heat. Again, I'm without any heat in the engine, but I did pass the curve. So as long as staying in front, maybe I could shed that heat later on. We'll see. Anyway, next is black. So 0, so he goes just 3. Ooh, he didn't pass the curve. Then green. 1 plus 3 is 4. These guys are behind the yellow line, so they're gonna go to this position they card. So red goes to 1 here. Blue goes to 3 here. And yellow is still behind this, so he's gonna go 2 plus 5, 7. Alright. So I'm still in front, and I just need to put myself here and play smart. So do not exceed any more curves. So how much I'm away? I'm on a 5. If I should keep the 3 cards. Oof. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna stay in the second gear. I'm gonna play a 1 and a 4. And that's gonna put me here, just in front of the curve. Then I can remove 1 heat. I'm gonna keep these 3 and draw 3. Alright. Now let's see the board, starting with the black. 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay. Green 4. Red 5. Yellow 4. Blue 5. That's it. Okay, I'm still in the lead. Now I need to go 4. I have some heat to boost. So if I pass this, oof. Oh, there is additional cooldown here. I totally forgot about that. I can exceed the speed by 2. I can play at 6 and still removes the heat, because I'm gonna remove 1 heat and then I'm gonna be able to pay the difference. But last time I did that, it was really bad for me in this corner here, because I didn't have any heat to pay up. So one, two, three, 4. Okay, I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna exceed a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. Then I cool down 1. Because I enter with a 5 against 4, I have to place 1. That's it. I'm not boosting, I'm not doing anything else. I am 7 away. So this 3 and a 4 should keep them, and drawing 3 more. Alright. Now black is going 6. Green is going 0, so just 4. Red, same thing. Yellow, 6. And blue, 5. It's me and black. So I need to put myself closest to this curve as I can. I can cool down additional heat here. I can actually go to the 3rd gear. I mean, I don't want to, but maybe I should. Then downshift to 2. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to the 3rd gear. And I'm gonna play... I need a 7. So a 3, a 1, and another 3. And that's gonna put me right here in front of this really steep curve. Alright. And then I'm not doing anything else. I'm definitely not boosting again over that curve. I can cool down 1, but I don't have any heat right now, sadly. I'm gonna keep the 2, I'm gonna keep the 4, and I'm gonna draw 3 more cards. Okay, here's that heat, and here's the big cards. My hand. Alright. Now black is behind the line, so he will move to number 1, which is behind me. Okay, that's not bad. Yellow is also behind the line, so he goes to number 3. Green to number 2. Red to 0. Oh damn, his neck. So the red somehow managed to get in front. Everybody. And blue is just 4 plus 2, 6. Alright, so remember, once we pass the finish line, the race is over. We are in the lap 2. Alright, so how much heat I have? Only 1. And this is additional heat. So if I exceed by 1, I have to pay 2 heat. I would be able to do so if I go down. I need to go down and then shift 1 heat. Ooh, but here's my problem though. Okay, it's not actually a problem. Alright, so here's the deal. All my 4s are here. If I play a 2 and a stress, if I get the 3, that's gonna be 5 against 3. I'm gonna spin out. No. I was in the 3rd gear, and that was a big mistake. But if I play one of the 4s, it's gonna be 2 heat. Yeah, but I cannot do that. I'm in the 3rd gear. If I downshift to 1, that's 1 heat, and I have to downshift to 1. Oh boy. I think I just lost the race in this corner here. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. So I have to downshift to 1. Or I can gamble everything, hoping I'm gonna draw a 2 or a 1. Alright. Oh, this is a big gamble. And I think I'm gonna do it. I'm downshifting to 2. And I'm playing a 2 and this, hoping for a 1 or 2. Alright, please. Okay, nothing. We cannot use upgrade cards, must have that icon. Alright, a 2. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. So I'm gonna go 4, 2, 3, 4. Now it says if you exceed by 2 or more. I didn't, so paparazzi will not say nothing to this thing that I did. Here's the deal now. I can remove 1 heat. And if I remember correctly, well, I don't have additional heat, but like these zone effects, if you start from the zone, they're still active. So I would be able to remove some more heat, but right now I cannot. I only have 1. So that put me there. I exceeded by 1, but plus additional heat, so I have to put these 2 heat here. So I didn't spin out. Oof, that was a big gamble. And now all my 4s are in my hand. I'm actually 4 away. I don't have any heat though. So I have to do this. And hope I'm gonna get some good cards here. And some heat maybe to shed some heat. So drawing 5. Okay, there's a heat. There's a stress and 2 ones. Oof. Okay, this could actually work. We'll see. Anyway, red going 3 plus 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He passed me. Black going 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Green going 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He cannot, so he goes there. Yellow going 1, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And blue is behind the line, so he will go to number 1. Alright, now we come into the curve. Really important curve. Which is actually 3. Oh, that's a 3 curve. That's not a 4. I cannot pass that curve. Okay, let me think here. Downshift to 1. I'm gonna play